Okay, let's just jump right in. The internet you're scrolling through this very second, well, it's not what it seems. There's an invisible war happening for your attention, and the game has completely changed. We've got to move fast because our digital world is being flooded, and you need to know what to look for right now. So get this. For the very first time in history, over half of all traffic on the internet isn't even human. 51%. That's bots. Which means on any given day, you're statistically more likely to be interacting with an automated script than you are with another person. Wild. And it's not just the traffic, it's the content itself. It's being faked at frankly, a terrifying rate. The number of deepfake videos found online, it's been rocketing up by over 800% a year. And the scariest part, the price to create a totally convincing fake has basically dropped to zero. And that leads us to the real gut punch question. When you scroll through your feed, how much of what you're seeing, the faces, the comments, the news, is genuine? How can you possibly tell? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down. So first things first, we have to get our heads around the new world we're living in. We have officially crossed a line, a critical threshold, where our own senses, what we see and what we hear, can't be trusted as our primary defense anymore. This is what the experts are calling the synthetic reality threshold. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi future problem. We're here. We've arrived. Study after study shows that when you ask a regular person to spot a deepfake, their success rate is no better than a coin flip. Our gut instinct, our ability to just tell if something is off, it's officially obsolete. So if we can't trust our own eyes, what can we trust? Well, it means we need a new toolkit. I want you to start thinking of yourself as a digital detective, because right now we're going to learn how to spot the forensic clues these digital ghosts leave behind. Before we even get to crazy deepfake videos, let's just talk about words on a screen. Some estimates say over half the text you read online is now AI generated. But here's the thing, even the smartest AI leaves a distinct digital fingerprint. You just need to know where to look. And this table just lays it out perfectly. AI-generated text tends to have this very uniform, predictable sentence rhythm. It feels a little flat. The emotional tone is almost always positive or neutral, right? Humans, on the other hand, we use sarcasm, anger, slang, the whole messy range. AI content is usually heavy on facts, but has zero personal stories. But the real giveaway, the term to remember, is statistical surprisal. AI writing is predictable. It uses words you expect. Humans, we get creative. We take weird turns. That's where the magic is. Okay, now for the big one, video. When you come across a clip that feels a little off, don't just watch it, investigate it. Here's your 4-step forensic checklist. 1. Watch the eyes. AI faces often have really unnatural, weirdly mechanical blinks, or they'll just stare without blinking at all. 2. Check the head turn. The moment a synthetic face turns to a full profile, the rendering often just breaks down. Look for a blurry ear or a weird jawline. 3. Listen for the breath. AI audio often forgets to add breathing sounds or to loop the exact same breath sound over and over. And 4. Examine the details. Look for waxy-looking skin, jewelry that seems to morph, or hair that moves like one solid helmet. So we've covered fake content, but what about fake people? The real muscle behind synthetic influence comes from these huge coordinated networks, bot armies, designed to create a total illusion of popular support and just drown out any real conversation.
The key to spotting these bot farms is to look past what they're posting and focus on how they're behaving. Real people have a natural rhythm, right? We sleep, we eat. Bot networks, they're active 24/7, or they post at these creepily precise mechanical intervals. A real person's account is a mix of posts, replies, likes. A bot? It's usually just an amplifier profile, like 99% retweets. And the big one? Check out the network. If an account's followers were all created in the exact same week and have identical bios, that's a massive red flag.
This kind of thing has a name. It's called Coordinated Inauthentic Behavior, or CIB. It's basically just a fancy term for when a group of fake accounts team up to mislead people. So when you think you see one of these campaigns, just ask yourself these questions. Are these accounts acting way too synchronized? Do they really seem independent from each other? Is their main goal to fake how popular an idea is? And, bottom line, are they using fake accounts to pull it off? Okay, that was a lot of theory, a lot of detective work. Now let's put it all together. Let's build a practical, human-level defense strategy that you can actually use to protect yourself and your family. Here it is, A simple 3-step audit you can run on any account that seems suspicious. Step 1. Profile and identity verification. Do a reverse image search on their profile picture. Is it a photo stolen from someone else? Or is it one of those creepy AI-generated faces? Step 2. Activity and engagement analysis. Look at the quality of their followers and check the ratio of original posts to just simple retweets. And step 3, this one's my personal favorite, content and sentiment forensics. Ask them a clarifying question that isn't obvious, something a script wouldn't expect. A real person can think on their feet. A bot will just ignore you or repeat its talking points. Now, this is so important for understanding the psychology here. The goal isn't always to trick you into believing a specific lie. A lot of the time, the real goal is to just flood the zone with so much noise, so much conflicting, angry information that you just get exhausted. The point is to make you distrust everything, so that you give up and disengage. Confusion itself is the weapon. All right, here is your one critical, actionable takeaway. Given that AI can now clone someone's voice perfectly from just a 3-second audio clip off the internet, we need an analog defense, a real-world one. The FBI and security experts all recommend this. It's simple, it's powerful. Create a family safe word, something totally random like purple cactus that you never ever share online. So if you get a panicked call from a loved one asking for money, you pause and ask for the safe word. No word, no action. It is that simple. Please do it today. So where does all this leave us? Well, the internet is now a contested space. Navigating it safely is going to take a completely new mindset and a new set of skills. Because truth is no longer something you can just passively consume. You have to actively verify it. You know, rebuilding trust in this new world really requires a defense that has multiple layers. It starts with technical verification, using tools to check where media came from. Then you add on the behavioral auditing we just talked about, the manual checks. That has to be paired with psychological resilience, learning to recognize when your own emotions are being targeted and manipulated. And finally, it's backed up by offline protocols, things like safe words as the final firewall. Just being skeptical isn't enough anymore. We need a process. And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty unsettling question for the future. The line between what's real and what's synthetic, it's not just blurring, it's disappearing. As AI gets better and better at faking everything about us, the ultimate challenge won't just be spotting the fakes. It'll be proving our own authenticity in a world absolutely saturated with these digital ghosts. What does that even look like?